Hey guys, happy Thursday. Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome to a new video. I'm just getting ready for work. This is my first full week kind of getting into my new routine. Like not doing cakes anymore, working as much as I can at my part-time job. And it's been pretty nice. I still have been so busy. I just keep myself busy, I guess. I'm just that type of person. I've always been that way. I don't have to be there at a certain time. I'm just gonna go in whenever I'm ready, which should be shortly. I just need to finish my makeup, touch up my hair, get dressed. I meal prepped some food last night, so I already have my lunch and everything. I made it was like an enchilada skillet situation. You put it over rice, and it was quite delicious. I've really been working on upping my makeup game lately. Makeup and skincare, I guess you could say. I got this for blush, the Say blush. I really like this color. I ordered it online, so I did good ordering the right color. I also got a new headband because the one that I had was like 4 years old and it was falling apart. The part that went around the ears was unraveling and it was scratching me. So I finally got a new one. I also bought this Maybelline eyebrow gel. That's what this stuff is called. It came in the mail literally last night and I forgot that I got it last night, so I used my Benefit one this morning. So I'm actually gonna toss my Benefit one because it's pretty much empty anyways, and that way I'll remember to use it tomorrow. I started watching a new show on Peacock called All Her Fault. I've seen a lot of advertisements for it, and then I was listening to the Give It To Me Straight podcast the other day, and they do like recommendations at the end of the podcast every week, and Alex recommended this show, and she gave a little synopsis about what it was about, and it sounded really interesting, so I'm watching it. It's about a kidnapping. It's got Dakota Fanning in it and a few other very familiar faces, so great show. Very suspenseful mystery. It is cold and rainy today, so I really need a bigger purse. I can barely ever close my purse. Anyway, I'm gonna head off to work. I haven't had much to do at work, so I've actually been spending a lot of time looking at housing in the DC area because most of the jobs that Christian is applying for post-deployment are in DC. There's just a lot of really great opportunities over there. so we may be spending the next few years over there. We're not quite sure. We don't know if he'll be coming home and we'll be living here, or if we'll be going elsewhere. So just kind of keeping our options open right now. But I've been looking at some places, trying to find like safe neighborhoods that would be close to the places he would work, within a good budget. And I was surprised to find that the rent would not be as much as we thought it would be. Thought it would be really expensive. Yeah, we've been texting back and forth about it. That and our New York trip that's coming up in 17 days. I'm so excited to go to New York for Christmas. we can't stop talking about it. We're so excited. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and leave work. It's almost 1 o'clock, so I'm gonna go clock out and head home. Hi, I know this is a weird angle, but since it's raining and I can't take me or my dogs for a walk, I'll just take myself for a walk inside. I'm on my walking pad. I actually ran on this yesterday. It doesn't go super fast, but it goes fast enough for a nice jogging pace. And my calves are really sore from it. So, but yeah, it's good. I just really need to get some steps in today and just not be so sedentary. I don't want to just sit and do nothing. The plan was to go for a walk this afternoon. I didn't go to the gym this morning, but that is not going to happen because it is so cold and it's so rainy, and I think it's going to be like this again tomorrow. So, but I do plan on going to the gym in the morning, so it's fine. I have about an hour before I need to start cooking dinner, so I'm going to do this probably for the next hour, watch some YouTube videos on my TV, and then I'll get to cooking dinner. Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. It's another gloomy, rainy day, and I just got to work not too long ago. I have a certain amount of hours that I want to work each week, so today I need to work until 1:15, which is 4 hours from now, in order to reach my hour goal. So it has been a very slow week at work. Like, sometimes we'll have weeks where there's just constant work, constant things to print, forms to do, you know, just anything that the schools need. But this week we have had pretty much nothing in the mail. I had one thing in the mail yesterday, and it was just some forms that we already had as backstock on the shelf, so I sent those out. And then I've been just printing more backstock, more, because we keep like a certain amount of each form on hand, so that when the schools send in a request, we just can send it right away, and then we'll replenish the backstock. So I've been doing that, but I've had like nothing going on in the email. It's been so slow, but I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm thankful that I have a job, so and I just chill. If I mean, I keep myself busy, so I do a heck of a lot of organizing, that's for sure, because I'm just a busybody. I have to stay busy. Something exciting tomorrow, Saturday, my sister surprised me with tickets to see the Jonas Brothers. I surprised her with tickets to see them back in like 2019, so I think this was like her way of surprising me back. I don't know, I guess she thought it was her turn or something. which was really sweet. The center that the concert is at is about an hour and a half away from us. So we're gonna leave tomorrow afternoon about 3 o'clock, head that way, go find some dinner, and then the show starts at 7:30, so we'll be at the venue around that time. Jesse McCartney is opening up for the Jonas Brothers, which is so exciting. So, we're just gonna have the best time. I'm so excited. And we're gonna drive home after the concert. We talked about staying there overnight, but I don't know. I like my own bed, and I would just rather come home, and it's really not. I've gone to a concert over there and then driven back the same night, and it really wasn't bad because it was like midnight and there was no one on the roads, so it was a very easy drive home. So that's the plan. I'm so excited. I need to figure out what I'm gonna wear. They're playing in New Orleans, Louisiana. They're expected to get a lot of rain, but more in the morning hours. The low will be 52 degrees. The high will be 58. Okay, so I need to dress for 50-degree weather. It's gonna be windy. So here's the problem I run into with shopping. Whenever I have an idea in mind of what I want, like I have an idea of what I would like to wear. It's kind of trendy, but the problem is whenever I have an idea in mind, I can never find what I'm looking for. And I know I could find it online, but the concert is tomorrow. So I'm probably just gonna end up wearing something I have in my closet because I have the opposite issue whenever I don't have an idea in mind and I'm just like, I don't know, window shopping or shopping in general, and then you find all kind of stuff. Like for instance, I went into Target and I got nothing. I got a lot of stuff, but none of it was stuff that I intended to get. I got basically an entire new set of undergarments, which I needed, so that's fine. And then they had a really great jacket on sale, so it was half price, so I bought that. So I think I'm gonna tap out and head home. My dogs have been alone for like way too long at this point. Way longer than, only like 6 hours at this point, but I never leave them alone for that long. So I'm gonna go home and tend to them. Okay, I'm home. I wanted to show you the jacket that I found. The brand, it's from Target, and it's the brand All in Motion, which is like their athletic wear. I didn't try it on, so hopefully it fits, because I was wearing a hoodie and I didn't feel like going to the fitting room for a jacket. I mean, it's a jacket. I got a large, and that's what I'm comfortable wearing, so it's kind of like, I wouldn't say cropped, but hello. Okay, sorry, my husband was calling. So it's like, it goes right to my waist, so it's kind of cropped, but it's very comfy. It's like fluffy and cozy, and it's kind of soft on the inside. But I figured it would be just a good casual jacket. You know, I could wear it with leggings or jeans or something, just like a nice casual jacket, because I don't really have anything like this. And then the only other things I got was underwear and bras. I'm not gonna show you all that because it's probably kind of weird, but I'll tell you the brand, because their Target was doing a 5 for $20 on their underwear, and it's the brand Auden, A-U-D-E-N, 5 for $20. They're basically half off because they were ringing up as $8, and then once I rang up 5 of them, they all dropped to $4 a piece. So basically half off, which is great. And then The bras I got are also Auden brand, and I don't think they were on sale or anything, but they were already only $10 a piece, which I thought was a total steal. And they're the type of bra that I like. They're, I do like wire in my bra, but not really any padding. That's just what I have found is the most comfortable for me over the years. I got this glycolic foot peel. I have done this twice before. Honestly, this is the first glycolic foot peel I ever tried, and it was a hit. This is good stuff. It's the kind that you wear this for an hour and a half, and then 7 to 10 days later, usually about 7 days later, your feet start peeling like you have a disease or something. It's so satisfying though. And after it all peels away, you're left with these like buttery soft feet. And then there's one more thing. So this is my acne cleansing powder stuff this is my acne cleanser that from the brand Personal Day. Y'all know I love Personal Day skincare, is my stuff. It's a powder that you just mix with a little bit of water in your hand and it turns into a foam. Well, I'm almost out. And when I went on their website, they are also out. So I'm on a wait list to get that restocked, which is such a bummer because it's I mean, I don't know, I may have a week left. It lasts forever because this whole thing is full of powder. It's 2 ounces, and yeah, it takes me forever to go through it. I've had that for a few months, honestly. I use it every night. So yeah, since it's almost out, I need something to tie me over, so I'm gonna give this Bioma a try. I've seen a lot about this brand. Seems like it would be good for sensitive skin, so I'm gonna give it a try. Hopefully it is good. I love their packaging. I've always been intrigued by their packaging, but I don't think I've ever tried anything from Bioma before. And that is the entire Target haul. Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. I look like a tomato because I just did my 5K. I did it in the gym today because I felt like with it being cold and rainy and my sinuses the way that they've been, probably not a good idea to do it outside. Although it doesn't really matter what the weather's gonna be on race day, so maybe I should have just sucked it up. But I don't know. I'm trying to get the sinus crap to go away, so I feel like whatever I can do to help it go away faster. I look like such a tomato. It's concert day, so that's super exciting. It is 9:07 in the morning right now. I need to most definitely shower, and it's definitely hair wash day. I need to go by the vet and get Leo some more insulin. The bottle is just so low that it like pulls a lot of air whenever I'm trying to fill the needle. So I really need to do that. They're open from 8 to 12 on Saturdays. Not to see patients, but just to like, if you need to get medication and stuff. And then my sister and I are leaving at 3 p.m. to head over to New Orleans and go to the show. So I literally cleaned my room last night, like, you know, tidied it up, make it look really nice. And then I destroyed it again with clothes, trying to figure out what I was gonna wear. So, but I figured it out, so that's fine. I guess I'm gonna go home and eat. I really don't want to go to the vet all sweaty like this, but it would be smart to go while I'm out. No, I'm gonna go home and eat. I don't feel like explaining to them why I look like a tomato. Okay, I came home and ate some breakfast and cooled off a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and run to the vet and get his insulin before they close for the day, and then I promise I will get my stinky butt in the shower. I went ahead and switched to a clear purse for tonight because the venue says you have to have clear purses. Package secured. This lady came in with the cutest little schnauzer puppies. She didn't realize that there's not a vet in on Saturdays and they needed some shots. But oh my god, they were like this big. They were so cute. My most recent meal prep was a enchilada rice skillet situation. I don't know. It was kind of like a one-pan meal. It's just, let's see, rice, beef that I seasoned with, I didn't season it with taco seasoning, but I seasoned it with stuff that would be in a taco seasoning packet. Peppers and onion, and then enchilada sauce. And then I top it with a little bit of cheese, some Greek yogurt for the sour cream, and then a little bit of salsa. And it is quite delicious. I'll definitely be making this again. I started rewatching Stranger Things from the beginning because I watched the first 4 episodes that they released a few days ago, and they're releasing more on Christmas Day. I think it'll be the rest of it. I'm not sure, but I know they're releasing more episodes. And I'm a little lost with the storyline. People on TikTok are like pointing things out from, they're kind of putting puzzle pieces together, and I'm lost on these puzzle pieces. I'm not putting them together in my mind, so I figured it's been 9.5 years since they released the first season. I felt like I needed to sit down and watch the entire thing through, and then whenever they release on Christmas Day, I'll have a much better idea of what's going on. But after I finish eating this, I'm gonna get ready for the concert because we're leaving in like an hour and 45 minutes. Okay, it's time to get ready. I'm gonna film this for TikTok and shorts and stuff too, so that's why I have my little setup right here. Renter. Okay. Okay, and then I have a clear bag because the venue wants you to have clear bags. We're all done. Time to go see the Joe Brothers. All right, we're off. I get to ride shotgun. I don't like driving in New Orleans. I'm too much of a passenger princess with Christian, so thankfully my sister's gonna drive.
It's actually always been a dream of mine to perform this song with this next person. So I'm glad that when we asked them to come out, they said yes. So please welcome to stage, New Orleans, Isaac Slade, formerly of The Fray.
No. missed you.